Hi, I'm Hannah. Welcome back to Speech Language Planner, where we celebrate the beauty of communication. Even dogs have a voice. All right, today I would like to share with you a little bit about the Functional Communication Profile Revised. I ordered this and also got a lot of protocol forms. I use one protocol form with each client that I'm going to assess using this non-standardized tool. This is intended for children who are 3 years of age and all the way up to adulthood, and who have the cognitive ability of as early as a 1 month to 2 month old. I have administered the FCP-R to clients with a variety of disorders, such as Down syndrome, autism, and more. And it can be used with clients who have a variety of disorders or medical complexities. I'm going to tell you what this tool helps you assess. Okay, for the speech and language evaluation, this has a variety of areas, including sensory, motor, behavior, attentiveness, receptive language, expressive language, pragmatic social, speech, voice, oral, and fluency. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to go a little bit further into what to look for as a speech pathologist who is administering a test that looks at all of those areas. You can administer this directly with the client next to you. You can do an informal observation, review of records, or an informant interview. When I'm working with a child, I really love to interview their parent about what the parent sees in the home environment. If I'm giving this evaluation for a child who is at school, I will also interview the teacher and ask them questions to be able to contribute. At the top of the page, you'll be able to put in the child's demographics, diagnosis, all of that. Then inside of the FCP-R protocol form, it goes into different checklists and areas that you can assess. It is very thorough, and there's space for you to write your own comments. I have found that I am able to get more information if I ask the parents about each of these areas instead of having them fill it out. A lot of the wording can be a little bit difficult for someone who has not had the specific training a speech language pathologist has as far as the different jargon that we use in our field. So it's good to go through this together. One thing that I appreciate about the FCP-R is that it does take a brief look at the sensory motor aspect as far as the child's mobility or adult's mobility, and then that gives you a bit of an insight to analyze that and think about referring to your colleagues. So if somebody is struggling with their gross motor movements, then I will refer them to the physical therapist. If they're having trouble with the fine motor movements, I will refer them to the occupational therapist. And based off of what I find in my assessment, I will be able to put together a list of recommendations. On the back, there's an area for that. Typically, I write my recommendations directly into the report that I'm writing, and I scan anything that I've filled out. I just don't want to double write recommendations here and in my report. But maybe in somebody's situation, filling something like this out will suffice, and maybe you might not need that. I like to streamline my paperwork. That's why I take the data that I need using this protocol form, and then I type it up directly into my report so that it is easily accessible to anyone who needs to read it, such as an IEP team that is going to need to review results, or if a parent needs a copy of their evaluation for other purposes, we've got the info in that report. I highly recommend that as an SLP, you are able to integrate this into your practice. if you are working with individuals who do have complex cases with their speech and language skills. This is also a great tool to be able to see if the individual may benefit from AAC, which is augmentative and alternative communication. And if you want to learn more about that, let me know. There's low tech, high tech. We can go into that and some strategies. I will drop a link in the description about where to find this test, and then you can think about if you want to incorporate it into your practice. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or if you'd like me to go into any other topics. Thank you so much for tuning in today. See you next time.